What's up, Bulldogs? Welcome to this week's news show. I'm Claire Davis.
And I'm Molly Hotek. This week, we sat down with members of the varsity cheerleading team,
The newly elected members of Student Assembly, and Japanime Club.
BNN sat down with the cheerleaders and coach of Varsity Cheer to talk about cheerleading.
My name is Cindy Owens.
My name is Leah Hartwell.
My name is Josie Elwood.
I have been here at North for probably over 15 years. I would say I've been coaching a lot longer than that. I've coached all levels, and I'm currently the varsity football coach.
I started cheering in 5th grade at Southside Elementary School.
I've been cheering since 5th grade at Parkside, and then before that I cheered in 2nd grade for Power Elite.
Did I start cheering and coaching? I cheered in high school and college, and it's just something that I've always enjoyed. Growing up, I always wanted to be a teacher, but I never did that. My dad talked me out of doing that. So it's just a way to be a mentor and interact with kids.
Well, my older sister was a cheerleader, and I was like, I want to be like my older sister, so I started cheering, and then I really liked it, so I just kept doing it.
I started cheering because my mom was a cheerleader and she was also a coach, and so she always wanted me to do cheer. And I started off doing gymnastics when I was really little, so I just thought it would make most sense.
This season has been so much better than last season. Last season with COVID, it was just very difficult for coaches, what we needed to do and how we needed to handle the program, and how the girls, what they were able to do and not do. So this year, with it being more open, it's just been more of a normal season for us, so it's been a lot of fun.
The season has been good. It's been way different than last year because last year was COVID, so we didn't get to do much. But this year we get to do a lot more, so it's kind of been crazy getting back into things, but it's been really fun.
So we practice 2 days a week. We practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And during that time, sometimes all squads practice together and sometimes the coaches practice with their own squads. So most of ours is at our practices, we will condition, and then we work on our skills, which are jumps and motion technique and that type of thing. And then we will work on what pyramids or stunts we want to do for timeouts. That's probably one of the biggest things that we do.
We've been doing lots of stunts and doing things as a whole group, because in a few weeks we're doing homecoming, and that's going to have each squad in it and not just varsity.
Goals for this season is, as a squad, we sit down and we make individual goals and we make squad goals. And I would have to say that in working with the girls, a lot of our goals are related both to being a team, what it means to be a team. At North, we've always been very blessed to have very skilled athletes, and by varsity level, a lot of that's there, so there's not a whole lot of teaching that way that you have to do, but it's more of how, as varsity, as leaders for our program, how they feel that they, want to interact with the other younger grades coming up.
I'm not really sure if I have many goals, just getting really close with the team, and especially the younger girls, because I think they get nervous and don't really know us that well, so they kind of just get in their own group of friends, but I really want to get close to them too.
This is Chloe and Michelle reporting for BNN.
BNN sat down with some of the student election winners to talk about their roles in Student Assembly.
My name is William Russell and I'm a junior.
My name's Sid Jane and I'm in 10th grade.
My name is Ryan Beck and I am a sophomore.
The position I applied for is vice president.
I applied for treasurer this year.
I applied for president.
My position consists of helping the president make any decisions.
My position consists of handling money. So when we plan homecoming and all the money that's used, I handle all the receipts and get them handled with the school.
It consists of heading the meetings for student assembly and just all around just leading the discussions.
It felt really good to win just because there was a lot of anxiety leading up to it, not knowing whether I won or not.
It felt great, honestly. I wasn't really planning on winning. I didn't think I was going to win, but I ended up pulling through.
It felt really good. I was pretty nervous. It was kind of a hard campaign.
Yeah, I did campaign. So I campaigned with my 3 other running mates.
I actually did not campaign. I did not post on my story or my Snapchat or Instagram, but I did have a couple of my friends just like trying to get me votes.
I campaigned by posting stuff on my story, usually funnier stuff, saying that like I stand with, and then I would just take pictures with random people.
I campaigned by posting on my story, along with my other running mates, Daniel Utterback, Riley Bozeman, and Adler Larson.
A couple of my friends, mainly Isaac Riddle, he would go around spreading his word and my word along with it.
Junior Will Russell talks about why you decided to run for vice president.
The reason I decided to run for vice president was because Daniel, my other running mate, was running for president, and we planned to run together. So instead of running against each other, we just decided to run with each other.
I actually wasn't planning on running for any of the positions, but some of my friends were running, so they were like, you should just run for a position. So I decided I'll do treasurer because it looked like an interesting job.
I decided to run because I wanted to be the head of the discussions because I felt like not a lot of stuff was getting done the way I thought it should be. So I decided I wanted to be president.
For vice president last year as well, but unfortunately I did not win.
I did not run last year. I was planning on running last year, but then I did not end up running.
Last year I ran for treasurer and I did not win.
I think there are many ways I can live up to this role. One, just by being a help in the school and just doing anything I can to make it more of a family.
I think I will live up pretty well to my role. I think I'm responsible enough to handle the tasks required.
I think I'll live up to it, probably overachieve the position, and people will probably tell me to stop being so good at it.
I'm Deshna Benkirchel, I'm reporting for BNN.
BNN sat down with Japan Anime Club sponsor to find out what Japan Anime Club is and how you can join.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Bays and I am a sponsor of Japan Anime Club. So Japan Anime Club is a combination of anime and Japan, because we don't just watch anime, we also try to talk about why and where the topics and themes of anime come from, because they're culturally bound within the Japanese culture. I have a Remind account set up to remind kids of when we're meeting and when we're not going to meet. You can come and speak with me. We have permission slips that you need to complete. It's mainly so parents know what rating we're showing to students. We just started meeting this year. Right now we're going to be meeting on Tuesdays after school, 3:20 to 4:15 in room 2012, my classroom here. You do not have to know Japanese to be in the club. We watch subtitles, it's okay. But yes, please join us. Anime ga suki? Zehi kite kudasai!
And that's all for this week's episode. I'm Molly Hotek.
And I'm Claire Davis. And as always, you're watching Bulldog News Network.